and welcome back. I'm Jody.
I'm Devin Bison.
And welcome to our first video blog since our 30-day challenge. Today we are talking about change, because change may be hard to come by sometimes.
And I remember,
Isn't that true?
very vividly, when Jody Lee was getting certified
Oh, here we go.
to be an NLP Master Practitioner.
I'm nervous. Where is this going?
She came up to me very excitedly and used to brag about
As I always
how
do. Woo!
many people were going to be knocking down her door as soon as they realized exactly what she was doing.
Exactly, because I had done so much NLP on myself and with the help of other NLP practitioners, hypnosis, all that kind of stuff, and I realized, oh my gosh, this stuff is kind of like a quick fix. Like, it's the quick fix version, in my opinion, to therapy. It's something I can do that literally tweaks and tunes my unconscious mind to do whatever I want it to do. How awesome is that? So many times I've struggled in life with things because even though consciously I want to do this, I want to get this done, or whatever it may be, on an unconscious level I'm constantly self-sabotaging myself, or something's going on. I mean, there's always a positive intention to whatever is going on, regardless. But it's like tweaking and tuning your mind. So when I was able to do all this stuff, I was like, this stuff is brilliant, I love it. Like, who wouldn't want this? This stuff is like amazing, I love it. Everyone's going to want this, everybody, oh my gosh, I'm going to help everybody, everybody! So yes, it was very exciting for me.
That, my friends, is
I helped
exactly
myself and I wanted to share it with the
said.
world. As you can see, I'm very passionate about it.
exactly what she said.
Call me if you want more passion.
Now, what Jody realizes now is that,
Oh, thank you. Speaking as though I'm not even here.
is that many of...
What does she realize?
I'm speaking out of her unconscious mind here. I am her unconscious
This is where it gets
voice.
twisted.
Yes. What she realizes now, though, is that many humans, as much as we want change, we have learned how to cope
Right.
with the things that are in our life, and we sort of are able to put them off.
We're professional copers.
Professional copers, just like, you can probably think of someone who has a weight problem, who's had a weight problem for years and years and years, and that person's going to say that they don't want to have a weight problem, and yet at the same time they still don't want to fix it.
Right. Not enough.
Right, it's like they learn how to cope with it. They learn how to go through their life without ever having to fix it. Like, whew, I'm making it, I'm getting by. Like one of my friends, his parents died. The kid coped, he mourned over his parents until he's still mourning.
Oh wow, really?
Like it's been over a decade. I can think of older people who have mourned till they have died over something that's so natural in a human life. It's just they never want to deal with it. They learn how to cope with it, and that's how it goes forever.
Yeah.
And
that's understandable, because on some level I do believe that we all have these coping mechanisms that we do. So it's tweaking that and fine-tuning that and figuring out where we can make life a little easier on ourselves.
Right, and what it does is it reminds me of my neighbor kid when I was growing up. So there's this little boy, and he had a learning handicap.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly, the parents really chose not to believe that he had a handicap. Oh no, our son, he's smart.
Here we go with the accents.
Our son's gonna be smart.
I love it.
He doesn't have no handicap, and hey, who am I to say? Maybe he didn't have a handicap. A lot of times people just put you in a category for no reason. Regardless, these parents they refuse to believe that their kid has any learning disabilities. They refuse to believe it, and they tell the school system they're crazy and our kid's going to school, and they force the kid to go to school. Well, what happens? The kid's in school and he's having a tough time learning. And perhaps it is the school system. He needs a different kind of learning. Perhaps, who knows what the answer is. The point is that the parents just refuse to. They just refuse. They just force the kid to go to school, and the kid ends up, he's having a terrible time, he's not learning, he's not making any friends.
So they don't even see what's going on with the kid.
Right. They're just like, well, it's not the kid's fault, it's not our fault, it's everybody else's fault. And so when the kid's like 12 years old, I mean, he doesn't want to go to school anymore, so he chooses to opt out. He doesn't get on the bus. And since we live in the countryside, he goes to the barn to stay warm. And it's winter time. So he's only 12 years old. Doesn't know how to stay warm. He's going to light a fire. He lights his fire.
It's usually a good way to stay warm.
Yeah, he lights a fire. But he doesn't know what he's doing, I guess, perhaps, because he lights a fire in the barn and burns the whole barn down.
Ooh, ouch.
In a way, it's brilliant, though. Because now these parents, before they put it all off,
Right.
They
were coping.
Right, they were coping. They were making up all the excuses. We're brilliant at making excuses. But now you have to imagine that these parents come home and the barn's burnt down, and no matter how angry they are, they have to be somewhat happy that their kid survived.
Yeah, no kidding.
So in a way, they've seen two options right there. Now the barn is burnt down. They're angry about that, but they have a new appreciation for their son. They're probably willing to listen to him. They're ready to have an aha moment, and they're ready to make the change that needs to be made.
Yeah, so they get to that breaking point, essentially.
Completely.
And that's when they have their realization.
Exactly.
And that's what many of us need before we actually get the change or the help that we want or deserve, or just make our lives, like I said, that much easier on ourselves. So what we want to do here at LearnSelfEsteem.com and with our fellow agents of change out there, we'd like to just give you more options. And that's all it's really about. You can change rapidly or slowly or not at all. It doesn't really matter. But when you have those options and those choices, it just expands your awareness that much more.
You learn how to have interventions before it's a big breaking problem.
Exactly.
You just intervene right away.
Yeah.
And you can do it. That's how beautiful our lives are.
That's right.
And that's what we are working to do.
Yeah. And you can notice how easily it happens for you when you just take little steps at a time. And we're going to be giving you little steps and more choices and more options.
Those cost money. Big bucks. Big bucks. Pay us the big bucks for those. And we'll give you a 30-day money-back guarantee.
On our free stuff only.
So I think that wraps us up for today.
That's
Anything
right.
else you want to say?
No, if you haven't already done the 30-day challenge, go back and look at that, because that's already a bunch of tips and tricks from us.
Yeah, we have new MP3s we're going to be launching.
Yes, exactly. Some really fabulous ones for free.
We just love making them. It's great. It's great for us. I do it so that I can go to the next level.
Yeah, exactly. Me too. For your unconscious. I love it too.
We make better love. We have better relationship.
Oh my God,
I'm losing
lying.
1,000 pounds a minute. Excellent. So we'll talk to you next week. We'll have some new stuff going on for you. And until then, remember that you are fabulous.
Thank you. So are you.